So hello and welcome to everybody who has joined us for the build-up to this occasion of ultimate tribalism. And as you would expect, that build-up has been remarkable. They fight here not just for the pride of their manor, but in the ultimate show of one-upmanship. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So the gloves are off, Jim.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game, and not this occasion.
And we're underway. We are into reverse fixtures here. This is the second meeting between these sides. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy, Alejandro Garnacho, will inject a nice thrust into this team, as well as an element of unpredictability. You never quite know whether he's going to cut inside or whether he's going to look to hit the byline. And he can be a real threat. But what I really like about him is that he always comes back for more. He has the appetite to keep at it, and I like that.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Nuno Mendes. Short changes him with that pass. Great ball if he can get there. Can he latch on to this? Oh, such a clever touch. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that's really well manoeuvred. Camavinga, he's had a shot! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Can he get it through? And that's played in low. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's in plenty of space here. Cucurella puts the ball in, and the keeper beats it away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Garnacho tries to play it through. Cucurella. Chelsea have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. They've played it short. Swings it across. Nice interception, well timed.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Foot in. It's a good run down the left-hand side.
Oh, really well played.
He's shifting through the gears here. Nuno Mendes. It's a mighty effort! In for the pieces! He will be livid with himself.
Yeah, he came away empty-handed in the end, but it was wonderful movement.
So we're still where we started right now. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. There's the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
Hey, you make it sound so simple. Mbappe. Plays a sharp little ball here. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Now it's João Pedro, and it's Gusto. Now it's João Pedro. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. He's looking wide. Now, can they get him away?
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Kane. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Manchester United are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Mbappe, wrist chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Gusto. Now James. Palmer. Out to the left it goes. It's a good foot in there. That is ended up in no man's land. Garnacho. Aimed beyond the defence. He's picked his way through. Shoots! It's bounced back off the post. Palmer. And Garnacho. And it's Caicedo. Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. Not the most accurate pass. And it's made its way to him. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pedro Neto. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Now it's Kane. Mbappe. Mbappe. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And he shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's Caicedo. Oh, that's nice. Big chance! Well, in probably an entirely one-sided game, still up for grabs. Nothing to show for all the pressure. Caicedo. And it's Mendes. Mbappe. That is lovely. This looks shapes to shoot! He's got away with one there. Fofana. Now James.
Manchester United have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Driving forward. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
Well, they were never going to allow him to receive that. Such close attention. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Camavinga. Alexander-Arnold. That's a promising run he's making on the right. That's good play. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 24.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Donnarumma. Mbappe. And he skips past his man. Looking for options for movement.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Mbappe. Nice control. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
Lovely feet. Now it's Valverde. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And it's Caicedo. Passes short and sharp. And they've got rid. Now that is commitment to the cause.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Coming on the field, number 11, Gittens. Number 30, Mudryk. Substitution in progress.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Hakimi hurtling down that right flank. Well, that has not gone well. Bino Gittens.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Well, that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Palmer! And that was the final act of the game, a nearly game until the very end. And it finishes 0-0. Well, it's an ending that's neither one thing nor the other. A win would have been ideal, but that was not to be. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, we're effectively seeing the culmination of all the work you put in for a whole campaign. I really appreciate the fact that both sides, despite the end-of-term feeling, went at each other as if it were day one, and in my mind, it was the right result.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.